Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Monday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Parrish Construction and Roofing. If you need an orthopedist, you go to Brock. You need a roof, you call Parrish. Unique Physique, uniquephysique.com, Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com, Bocock Brothers, Premium Cigars. Use code MAT15, MAT15 at bocockbrothers.com. Okay, y'all. Hope you enjoyed your football weekend, man. Lord knows I did. Tigers win. Had a couple of games on Sunday as well. South Carolina beat Virginia Tech. Really close game. Carolina made a couple of big plays late. Big catch and run by Nick Harbor. They also had a kickoff return for a touchdown. Beamer ball, man. Special teams. When that was really, really close, they got the special teams touchdown. So, and then Notre Dame, Miami was the nightcap. Miami ends up winning on a late field goal, 27-24, after Notre Dame rallied from down 2 touchdowns to tie it with about 4 minutes to go. And then Miami kicked the game-winning field goal there with a little over a minute to play. So really good weekend of college football. And I tell you, man, I don't want to like belabor this point, but how awesome was this weekend? I mean, to see Texas, Ohio State, LSU, Clemson, South Carolina, Virginia Tech, Florida State, Alabama, Miami, Notre Dame, like amazing games. You know what I mean? Like an amazing weekend of football. And I hate the thought that teams would be unwilling to play those games because it would hurt their playoff chances. Like the opposite should be true. Like playing that game should help your playoff chances. You say, sure, if you win, but there has to be a reward for scheduling the game. Like it should not be a detriment to you when you schedule a game like that. You know, I think like this is common sense, but like think about high school football. Okay. So high school football has a power rating system. Everyone going into the season knows how the power ratings are calculated. It's X amount of points for a win. If you play like another Power 5 or like 5A school, or if you play up in competition, you get more power. Like there's a whole formula. And then at the end of the season, you put together the bracket based on the power ratings. Like that would incentivize teams to go play games like this instead of discourage them, because teams like Indiana can go 11-1 and make the playoff. So I don't know. I thought it was a great weekend of college football. Some great theater. And hopefully, you know, it continues to deliver. I saw over at ESPN.com, Heather Dinich has her what a 12-team bracket would look like today, and LSU is the number 1 seed, and that's how it should be. Saw Ross Dellinger put out his top 10, and LSU was ranked first, and they should be. Like it's why preseason polls are stupid, because somebody decided Alabama was a top 10 team, and they just got housed by a team that was 2-10 a year ago. Somebody decided Florida State wasn't any good because they were 2-10 a year ago. They were unranked. You know what I mean? Like, let's play games. Like, this is the point I've always made. Like, let's do it on the field. Like, let's actually let this play out on the field and see how that goes. So, anyway, really good weekend of college football, y'all. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And it's NFL week 1, y'all. Thursday, we have NFL football. The defending champ Eagles will kick off against Cowboys on Thursday. Saints will play on Sunday against the Cardinals. I have said for a little bit that I thought that's one game that the Saints could win. And when I saw that the Saints were about a 6.5 point favorite, basically a touchdown, underdog, home underdog, kind of gave me pause, man, and thought maybe thinking the Saints could win, 5 games might be a bit ambitious. So anyway, we'll get to see the new era of New Orleans Saints football this weekend with Alan Moore. All right, let's say some good morning, y'all. Please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. By the way, we are on air today, so like Hester and Flynn are on right now, and I'm on at 3. So we always work on Labor Day. It's the day after. It's the first Monday after LSU season opener. So we always work on Labor Day. So please, make a note of that. I would say some good mornings here. Tim, please tell me you got the white horse for today's Bama is burning. Hey, John, good morning. Cheers, good, man. Thank you, man. Thomas. I let you down, man. We forgot the jingle yesterday. And by we, I mean me. We did an hour. I just looked. It was an hour and 10-minute show yesterday. And we forgot the jingle. We got to start all over.
Parish Construction and Roofing. At Parish, we've got you covered. From the top of your roof, all the way down. Parish Construction and Roofing. Parish Built. Parish Built. Parish Built. From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
One down, 125 to go. Chance Xavion's 1-1 as a passer. How about that play? Hey, Brad, William, good morning. Ryan, in fact, people had Lenore Sellers as the first team All-SEC. People are dumb. I mean, I feel that way. I mean, he is a physically imposing guy. There's no doubt about that. But he's just not a good passer. South Carolina won 24-11. Sellers was 12 of 19 for 209. I mean, and of that 209, Nick Harbor had a 64-yarder. And the 64-yarder was that was the one that sealed it. The 64-yarder, it's not like it's not like it was some incredible throw. I mean, it was a deep ball, but I mean, Harbor was open by 5 yards. I mean, Harbor's just got like legit track speed. I mean, it's a good throw. I'm not minimizing it. But he hit an open receiver down the field on a go route. And with that 64-yarder, he threw for 209. I mean, it's just, and he ran 13 times for 25 yards. Now that's sack yardage is mixed in there, and they sacked him 4 times. So that does take away. I mean, like the touchdown run at the beginning, but you can't look at that and tell me going against a Virginia Tech team like that's the all-conference quarterback. I mean, whatever. Hey, Deborah, good morning. Such a great Saturday night. Glad to see our defense back. Amen. Ryan Connor, what up, little C? Any update on the horse? Y'all might want to watch the show today at 3. I'm saying the show starts at 3, but you may want to watch the show today. Jalen, CJ Daniels with the catch of the weekend. How about that? CJ Daniels didn't have a touchdown catch for LSU at all last year. Last night, he had the catch of the weekend. It was incredible. Right before half. Big play, too, right before half. At the goal line, reached up, made a one-handed catch, brought it in, kind of rolled over with it. Great to see for CJ Daniels. He was a good dude when he was here, man. He was a really good Tiger. Just better opportunity. Matt, can you imagine Blake Baker, DC on Daniels' team? I wish. Bama and Texas are bringing down the SEC. Hey, Dad. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Jeremy, good morning. Awesome weekend. Dax, did Drew fire up Robert or Elmo Ducks last week? That felt like 19 again. Question, is this the best defense we've had since 12? 2016 was an awesome defense. People just don't remember the 2016 season. This year, Les got fired, and it felt like a kind of a throwaway. But remember, you had Godshaw at defensive tackle. Arden Key was an All-American that year at defensive end. Your linebackers were Kendall Beckwith, Duke Riley, Deion Jones. Your corners were Tre'Davious White and Dante Jackson. You had Jamal Adams and John Battle at safety. Lockachar was at defensive tackle as well. That team was... That's the one that got away. That's the one nobody talks about that got away. I mean, that's the team that should have won the national championship, that 2016 LSU team. And when Les insisted all offseason, after he nearly got fired in 2015, they're going to throw the ball, they're going to throw the ball, they're going to throw the ball, and they didn't throw the ball. Cam Cameron and Les, and they went up to Wisconsin and lost the opener, and then they lost to Auburn, and he was fired. And then you had Interim O, who made Ensminger the OC, and they opened up the offense almost immediately. That team. That's one that got away for sure. Austin, and look, finding a white horse. Can't wait for the epic Bama burn. Y'all should watch the show today. Hey, Tiger Poppy, good morning. Ben, good morning. Bama's burning. They're calling for Nick to come back. Yeah, he ain't going back. I won't allow it. Hey, Bob, good morning. Good as sweet. Thomas got a lot to do today. Ready for AFR. Bama's burning. Yes, Bama is burning. How about old T-Bob? Y'all saw T-Bob's video? T-Bob made a video, and they put a graphic of, like, the ruins of Alabama on there, and he said a lot of things like it'll never be the same, and they've lived a charmed existence, and now they have to worry about it. Now they're back down with the rest of us. And I was like, oh, sounds familiar. Jeffrey, Randy, AFR, I think is going to be great today. Hey, Jesse, good morning. Happy Labor Day. Chance, Caitlin DeBow is going to feel the heat this week. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, it's one thing to lose a game. I mean, teams lose games. It happens. I mean, Bama's not used to it, but teams lose games. I mean, getting absolutely manhandled at the line of scrimmage by a team that was 2-10 a year ago, that's the biggest thing for Bama. Like, does Bama have good athletes? Yes. That's the difference. Is they're like an old Big 12 team. They got good athletes, good skill guys, stuff like that. But what used to differentiate Alabama from everybody else, and then Georgia, was the line of scrimmage. And Bama does not have it anymore. And it's so funny, too, because all we heard was about this Bama offensive line and Proctor and Formby and all these guys. They got manhandled. Kelly Gross, happy Labor Day. Casey Smith, never been so excited. Never? Y'all are more excited for this one than Vanderbilt last year? I mean, Vanderbilt last year with the Grim Reaper was pretty good. Dax, can't wait for AP voters to rank Florida State 19th and Alabama 17th or 18th. Dax, you're probably not wrong. You're probably not wrong. That probably will happen. And it's awful, but that is the detriment of having a preseason poll, which I don't think should happen. I get why there's a preseason poll because it creates conversation. but it is wholly unnecessary. Gregory, Thad, Rex, good morning, y'all. Please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. Find a white stick horse. David, I don't need a white stick horse. I mean, why do that when you can ride a real horse? Chad, good morning. Eason, do you think Aaron Anderson's our best receiver? It felt like we moved the ball best and we got on the ball consistently throughout the drive. Eason, so I want to remind you and everybody, Aaron Anderson led LSU in receptions and receiving yards a season ago. I get it. He's 5'10". It's way more fun to think about Nick Anderson at 6'4", and Chris Hilton, who could fly, and Barry Brown, who's awesome, by the way. But Aaron Anderson gets open and catches the ball all the time. Yes. I think he was awesome. Chosen Fitteds. Also, please tell us you got the Chiefs suit to go with it, too. You're just going to have to wait and see. Ryan, did you see South Carolina offensive line getting wrecked by Tech yesterday? Boy, it's going to be rough for them in Tiger Stadium. I did. Again, Sellers was sacked 4 times. They gave up 7 TFLs. 7 TFLs and 4 sacks. Virginia Tech had 7 TFLs and 4 sacks against South Carolina. I mean, look, Torricelli Simpkins, one of South Carolina's offensive linemen a year ago, now plays for the Saints. Rocket Sanders is gone. At running back. South Carolina's defense played pretty well. Boy, scary moment where Dylan Stewart went down, like grabbing his shoulder. He went back in the game, but 7 tackles, a sack, 1.5 TFLs. I mean, that dude is a game wrecker, you know. That was a scary moment when he went down with injury. Brian Wynn, Jeff McKithen, good morning. JJ. Yeah, man. Over 700 concurrent viewers yesterday on Morning Scone. A win over Clemson will do that. Andrew, this LSU defense is good. A QB with big ankles could win it. Thomas, this is sucking crew too. Flynn, he's not, internet's not working in the studio. That's something I would need to know. Thomas, nice to be 1-0 for the first time in a while. Yes, sir. Scott, morning, Matt. Did Brian Kelly address not taking points in the first half? He wasn't asked about it in the post-game press conference. No BK press conference today because of Labor Day. It's tomorrow. So his normal Monday presser is on Tuesday this week. So we'll have a chance to ask him. Thad, Anderson needs 20-plus touches a game. What do you think? I'm sorry, what? 20? Aaron, 20? No, I don't think that, actually. Like, isn't the record for receptions in the game Josh Reed against Alabama with 19? No, here you go. This can't be right. Kayshon Boutte with 14 against Ole Miss in 2020. That can't be right. But Josh Reed had 19 in that game against Alabama. Whatever. Find it later. I'm pretty sure Josh Reed, Alabama, had 19 for Row through for 528. Reed had 292 receiving, right? I'm looking it up. Yeah, there you go. Josh Reed, 19 for 293. I think that 19 is the record. So you're saying that Aaron Anderson should break the record every week? I don't think so. No. Completely agree. 115 is the new record. Okay. All right, Thomas. We're on our way. We'll get there in 4 months. By the end of the season, by the new year, we'll be there. Gregory, glad to see you survived. Did Winston? Winston's good, man. Chad, any word on Ramos? No, he's good. He just had a cramp. He actually he went in and kicked the final PAT after the trade his green touchdown. So he was back in there after that. He had a cramp. That was it. CJ Daniels had an amazing catch. Yeah, I've talked about that. Brian, any idea why Chris Hilton wasn't targeted? He was. Remember the play right before the end of the first half? He caught it and fumbled on that 4th down play, but that was his only target. So it just wasn't his day. And maybe Clemson really focused on him. Chris is kind of your deep threat guy, and you didn't really have many opportunities to stretch the field. Clearly what worked was that short intermediate passing game with Nuss getting rid of it quickly to Aaron Anderson, Xavier Thomas around the line of scrimmage, Juwan Johnson, Bauer Sharp. I mean, those were your leading receivers because Nuss was getting rid of the ball quickly. So it just wasn't a game that really suited necessarily Chris's strengths. So he will be fine. Chris Hilton is going to have a big year. It just wasn't his day. And that's okay. Jesse, Matt, do you think the NCAA will change the catch rule? Yeah, it did happen. It happened to Nick Harbor in the first half for South Carolina right before halftime. Another one that looked like, okay, he's possessing the football. He's got a foot down in the end zone. And then he takes another step. He's out of bounds. Then the Virginia Tech defender swipes the ball and it comes loose. I'm like, he already had possession with a foot down in the end zone. That's touchdown. I don't know what else needs to happen here. I don't know that they change it. We are aware of it because it happened in a high profile situation that we care about. But plays like that probably happen every week. And as evidenced by the fact that it happened 2 days in a row. I'm sure it happens every weekend. Brad, I appreciate your station working today. So much great topics to listen to. Yeah, man, appreciate that, Brad. But that's a decision we made long ago. Just the Monday after, I get it's Labor Day and a lot of people are off, but the Monday after the first football game, we're going to be doing shows. It's just too big of a day where people are searching for content. You got to feed that machine. Hey, Ryan, sorry I missed it yesterday. Didn't know if you got to my comment. You think Kelly takes the points that are given him now, feeling comfortable with the defense? That's an interesting question, Ryan. And I don't know the answer to that because I don't think that was necessarily the case. He did the same thing in 23 in the season opener, and we all know now what happened in 23. But he didn't know that in week 1, how bad that defense was going to be, and he did the same thing. So, no, I think he's in those situations proven to be aggressive by nature. I don't think that changes. Jalen, I watched his throws. He struggled to throw. Most of the quarterbacks can't consistently throw accurate balls. Marcus, what happened to them? Roll Tide. What up, Chuck? Good morning, man. Let's see. Blake Baker effect is real. Year 2 looking good. Team Drew, did I use effect correctly or should I have been effect? Effect is good. So affect would be like when you physically affect something, like a baseball bat affects the ball whenever you hit it. Effect would be a cause and effect. So like Blake Baker affecting the culture of the defense. Yes, you used it correctly. Effect. Effect and affect is a tough one. The real question, do we find a wide receiver? You late, Marcus. You're about the 10th person to ask me that. And you're going to have to watch AFR today to see. I can confirm, however, that Erica Moscona was up past midnight working on some arts and crafts last night. that were not Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift related. Looks like Brian Kelly's postgame press conference was in the closet. I think the locker room there just isn't really separate. By the way, I've heard a lot of LSU fans talk about that and like take shots at Clemson. LSU might literally have the worst visiting locker room ever. I get most people never have the opportunity to go in or see the visiting locker room or the home locker room for that matter in Tiger Stadium. The visiting locker room in Tiger Stadium is awful. Like the press area there is the same. I mean, you're right by the southeast concourse as people are leaving, like where the visiting team comes out, like there's the hall right there that goes, and like there's just the little room right there. Those people, if you go listen to opposing coaches' press conference, Tiger Stadium, you can hear all the people leaving because they're walking through the concourse. Right? You're literally just right on the other side of the wall from the concourse. So, that's actually pretty common. Like road, especially in some of these old stadiums, like Tiger Stadium's 100 years old. Like they're not investing tons of resources upgrading the opposing locker room in Tiger Stadium. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna bang on Clemson for that because that's actually more common than you think. Steven, your thoughts on the individual play of the defensive line? I thought they were awesome, man. Jack Pyburn didn't stuff the stat sheet, but there was a lot of times I just kind of trained my eye watching 44. He's so strong, and he just forces action inside. Patrick Payton was brought to rush the passer. I mean, two massive plays in the game. I mean, the interception by Mansour Delane. I mean, it was Patrick Payton pressuring Klubnik, who sailed the ball because Payton was in his face. The first play of the game, Patrick Payton deflected the ball at the line of scrimmage. Bernard Gooden, I know very few people actually go back and watch the game, but look at how many times Bernard Gooden got pressure up the gut. Just quick, exactly what we talked about. Like, again, he didn't stuff the stat sheet, but the quick first step, and he's got the lineman turned, and now all of a sudden you're moving the pocket into the quarterback. Same for Dominic McKinley. I didn't see as many snaps from Ahmad Bro. Hang on one second. I'll tell you. I'll look at PFF. I'll tell you the snap counts right now. And by the way, the PFF episode of Locked on LSU is live if you want to check that out. Let's see. Guillory. See, this is also the benefit, y'all. This is the benefit of having a rotation. You can stay fresh. So Clemson only had 58 snaps. So 58 offensive snaps. Perkins played 57. Witt played 54. Mansour Delane played 55. DeMarcus Cooley played 57. Like, everyone else rotated. For example, Bernard Gooden, here's your defensive line snaps. Bernard Gooden, 39. Dom McKinley, 24. Ahmad Bro, 17. Jacobian Guillory, 27. I mean, like, when you're not playing but 30 snaps, you can get out there and go ham because you're fresh. You know, look at the ends. Patrick Payton, 39. Jamari Butler, 19. Pyburn, 39. Relaford, 20. I mean, you got depth, man. You got depth. It's a beautiful thing. Did CJ Daniels do anything else besides the catch? If he was stayed, we wouldn't have pursued a lot of our wide receivers. No, Chet, I fundamentally disagree with that because they were already pursuing wide receivers, and you had Hilton coming back and Anderson coming back and Xavier Thomas coming back, and they brought in CJ Daniels was outstanding as a blocker last year. And that was kind of his role. Like, and Nuss loved him. He was a great security blanket, but he was also, even if he came back the fourth best wide receiver on this team, maybe even further down the list. So he just went to a place where he was going to make money and be able to actually catch more passes. So I get it. Ben, what do you think about the O-line? Y'all, please go check out today's Locked On when I went through the Pro Football Focus, because I did talk a lot about the O-line. I thought the interior of the O-line was outstanding. The tackles were okay, but what LSU very clearly did is, especially after Tyree Adams went out with the injury and then came back, is they basically use their tight ends as blockers. So to help the tackles. So for example, and this is why it's exactly what they did in the bowl game. It's exactly what I said leading into this game, why I wasn't worried about the tackles, because they were going to give help if they needed it. So for example, Donovan Green played 8 snaps. They went 13 personnel. It means they had 3 tight ends. Donovan Green played 8 snaps. 6 of them were pass blocking, 2 were run blocking. So he was in basically just to help block, to help the tackles. Bauer Sharp had played 61 snaps. 28 of them were pass plays. He stayed in the block 4 times. So you had, let's see. And then where's Trades? Trades, they did not have Trades pass block on any. He ran block on 14 plays, but did not pass block. Imagine that. Trades is in the game. He's going out to catch pass. He ain't pass blocking. But all that to say, so you had Bauer 4 times and Donovan Green 6 times. So 10 on 10 of those dropbacks, you had a tight end giving help. And then Caden Durham had 18 4 pass block reps. And then, okay, he was the only running back that they used to pass block. So Donovan Green, so basically roughly half of Nussmeier's dropbacks, they had a tight end or a running back helping. And it worked. It worked because you have talented enough wide receivers that can win one-on-ones. Let's see. Describe what's today. Love it. Ryan, why does Kalen DeBose look like he's looking at the sun all day? Brian, CJ Daniels figured out how to make a touchdown actually count, transfer away from LSU. Pit Stops Robe. What up, Ray? I need a Scone prediction next time Brian Kelly wins coin flip. What will he choose? I think it depends on the game. I think he's going to take the ball. It's just kind of what he does. But sometimes it does depend on the game and the opponent. Here it is. Browns overturn for fire. I'm with you, man. But then the same thing happened to Nick Harbor, South Carolina, like almost identical. Go look it up. I mean, it's a brutal rule if that's the rule, but to see it enforced on Sunday in a game I wasn't emotionally invested in sort of validated the call a little bit. I still think it was awful. Like, that's an awful rule. Hey, Brian, good morning from Church Point, Louisiana. Moved here this week. They haven't released the AP poll yet, Brian. I don't think, anyway. That usually comes out today. That's probably what, Brian, you're probably looking at last week's. The AP poll usually comes out today, I think like around noon. 1 o'clock. So the coaches poll is around noon, 11 o'clock here. And yeah, here you go. It's around 11 o'clock Central, and then the AP poll is around like 1 o'clock. It follows. So coaches poll, then AP comes out this afternoon. So that's the reason you're seeing them still 9 is that's last week's poll. They haven't updated it yet. Carlos, good morning. Thank you for always for the show. I think Clemson's front four is good as the Tigers will face all season. Agree. I mean, I think you're going to face some individual players that might be like Dylan Stewart from South Carolina. Is a problem. But being Clemson with Parker and Helt and Woods, yeah, I mean, yes, I mean that's as talented a front as you'll see. Flynn Foster, good stuff. Watching from the woods of North Louisiana. That's our president and CEO of Guarantee Group. Appreciate him as always. Oh man, that comment was like 20 minutes ago. So, what's going on in the woods in North Louisiana? Is it duck season? I don't know. Y'all know. I don't know about that. All right, please smash the like button if you would subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. As always, I want to remind you about Parish Construction and Roofing, parishbuilt.com, parishbuilt.com. By the way, tomorrow, especially heads up to the people who live in the coastal zones or Southwest Louisiana, like Charles Sulphur, that area. Tomorrow, LDI, Louisiana Department of Insurance, is opening the next round of grants for fortified roofs. It's a $10,000 grant to fortify your roof. They're going to be awarding 500 grants. So if you want to apply, you can do so at the website. But when you go to the LDI website to apply, you can list your preferred contractor. We would love it if you would choose Parish. We are a certified fortified roofing company. We were actually the first certified fortified roofing company in the state. So we would love to be able to help you out with that. If you're interested, parishbuilt.com, parishbuilt.com. I've been trolling since clock struck 0 in Alabama. Brian, one thing to lose to Vandy. At least it's an SEC squad. To lose to a 2-10 team from a minor conference, I wouldn't call them a minor conference. I mean, they're still a Power 4. But yes, they were 2-10 a year ago. And a quarterback from Boston College just ran right through Alabama. If Bama really blows up, how many jump ship in the portal? I mean, that happened. That happens almost everywhere. I mean, Bama lost 40 players from last year's team, draft, graduation, and portal. I mean, that's the thing I keep saying. You can't keep turning over half of your roster every year and not feel it. Like, all of Nick Saban's culture is gone. I mean, it's like in a year and a half on the calendar and one full season now into season 2, like, his culture is gone. There is no more Nick Saban culture. It's very obvious that culture is gone. Weston, morning. Do you think the Saints would want to draft Nuss, the potential that dad were to? Maybe. I don't think that's a bad idea. I mean, still professionals. Austin, this morning on ESPN, they were saying Nuss looks like the best quarterback in the country. It's not close. I guess the SEC media knows better, and Sellers is actually better. Imagine that. I did reach out to Todd McShay today. I want to get him on the show. McShay has a new piece up where he did a film breakdown of Nuss and was basically talking about how special Nuss's game was on Saturday at Clemson. So I want to dive into that a little bit. Hey, Ryan. Travis, good morning from Lago Vista, Texas. Can you wish my son Emmett a happy birthday? All right, Emmett, happy birthday, man. 9 years old. Hope it is your best birthday yet. Hope mom and dad give you all the presents in the world and let you eat cake for breakfast, lunch, and dinner today. Happy birthday, Emmett. Hope it's an awesome one, man. Thomas DeBubu returned to Tuscaloosa with that Keller Williams Realty sign in his yard again. Going to be a great week. Go Tigers. Love it. Kalen DeBose. Man, I'm tired of being right. Hey, Devin, what's up, man? Clemson fans were so nice. Campus was beautiful. They were bunkers and loud. After 13 minutes, it calmed down fast. Tiger Stadium is louder as well as Kyle Field. Glad y'all enjoyed the trip, man. Yeah, it sounded loud on TV. Bama Burns will be epic. Should people panic about Archer? Calm down. Calm down. I mean, I don't know what people were expecting. You're making your first start against a legit opponent. I'm not talking about ULM or whatever school they played last year. On the road, season opener, 4 new offensive linemen at Texas. You're at Ohio State, 100,000 people, defending champs, Corso's final game. Like, I mean, you saw how tough it was. I mean, Nussmeier is a seasoned guy, he's a fifth-year player. You saw how tough that environment was for LSU offensively Saturday night. Like, I don't know what people expected from Arch. He's going to be fine. Like, Texas is going to be good, and Arch is going to be fine. That was a really tough game. Matt told my wife I need about a 45-minute break from whatever housework she got me doing at 3 p.m. today. Matt, I will tell you, I'm opening with LSU Clemson. Right? I'm not opening with Bama. I'm opening with LSU Clemson. So I would love it if you would be watching or listening at 3. So hear us talk about LSU Clemson. But I'm not opening with Bama today. Michael Cook, good morning. Bobby Hall, never thought I'd be looking forward to a Monday, but the Bama fans are going to be melting like butter in a microwave all day here in Birmingham. Make sure they find after further review today. Carlos, morning, Matt. Thank you for the show. Oh, sorry. I did that one already. Offensive line held their own against a very good defensive front. They did. 1 sack allowed. Nuss reminds me of Baker, in my opinion. It seems he's got the same type of confidence. I guess you mean Baker Mayfield. Baker is definitely a better runner, more mobile player. But if you're talking about just moxie and confidence and stuff like that, Nuss has that for sure. Big Lou, will Blake Baker be Bama's next head coach? I don't think he'll be Bama's next head coach. I think with a very strong year, Baker will obviously get head coaching interest. It's just a matter of what job do you want to take. I'll tell you, if John Summerall left last year, there was talk about Summerall taking the North Carolina job before they hired Belichick. If Summerall had gone to North Carolina, I think Baker would have. He would have taken the Tulane job. I mean, he played at Tulane. He would have taken that Tulane job. I know he wanted it if it came open. That's not a big surprise. But the question is, would he have been at the top of their list? But he would have been in that mix for that Tulane job. And sometimes good things come to those that wait. You might have a better opportunity available to him. So, strong side, good morning. Delane was the star of the defense. He was awesome. LSU going to be 3. Mason, I really don't know. I don't try to pretend to know what those voters are going to do. Ohio State will be 1 after beating Texas. Penn State, LSU, probably 2-3 right in there, I would imagine. Hard to have LSU lower than 3. Notre Dame lost, Bama lost. And then you have teams like Oregon, had layups against bad teams. Miami was 10. They beat Notre Dame, so they'll move up. But yeah, I mean, 3-4 is probably right. I can't see him being below 5. Road to Josh in T-Town was insane. Oh, yeah. I mean, I am really behind on comments, huh? Oh, my God. Y'all, I got to get going. I'm sorry. It's 8:43. I kind of lost track of time. I got to go because I have something to do today before I go to studio. This is so funny. I love this so much. I'm glad I just went to the bottom so I could see this guy. Good to see Bama being rent-free in Baton Rouge with little to no effort. Goes to show these tail whippings affect y'all that much, RTR. Yeah. They still don't get it. It's comical. I don't care. I just love to watch you all melt. I love to watch all of you who are so disconnected with reality come to grips with the reality that you suck. And you're going to suck for a long time. Like you had an epic run, with the greatest coach ever. And every time I have the opportunity to remind you of your mortality and how much you suck, I'm going to do it with absolute joy. And the fact that you and every Alabama fan knows little old me actually would infer that I, friend, am living rent-free in your head. Because the amount of you that as soon as Alabama loses immediately come to me to see my reaction, that speaks volumes, friend. I hope you have a wonderful day, but I'm going to laugh my off at you every opportunity I get, and it is going to be glorious, regardless of what happens in purple and gold land. But it's a pretty good day today in Baton Rouge because LSU just went on the road and beat Clemson and be a top 5 team in the country. And y'all got to deal with the fact that a Boston College quarterback just ran through you. What did Nick Saban say, like bleep through a tin horn? It's really good. All I know is I ain't jumping up in any Alabama shows, hosts, comments, making comments every day. Y'all sure know how to find me, though, don't you? Stay tuned. It's going to be really good today. All right, y'all have an awesome day. I got to go because I got something to take care of. I got I got to go. There's something I have to go. I mean, this is the truth right here. It's like the second Bama loses, they all come to my platforms to see what I'm going to say. It's so good. Okay. I got to go do something. So y'all can see it later.